Germany. Please give lots of energy for the wonderful Ruth Stone!
Hello, friends. Are we having a good night? Well, I'm about to ruin that by talking about childhood trauma. Oh, no. You see, I come from a broken home. Not in the way that you're thinking, though. No, my parents have been happily married for 52 years. Go me. No, I come from a home that was physically breaking apart. That's where my trauma comes from. Cool. Yeah, And just to clarify, though, not in a sort of tedious rich person way. No, not, oh, Tarquin, it's getting ever so hard to keep the east staircase in good working order, isn't it? Very much not that, no. I come from a council estate in rural Gloucestershire, which is exactly like any London estate, except our drug dealers can get you a brace of pheasants, or even some wild boar if you don't ask any questions. And like most of our vandals were sort of teenage cows sort of rampaging around the village, but otherwise it's basically the same thing, yeah. To give you an idea of how broken our home was, our boiler broke around the time I hit menstruation. Lush. And it didn't get fixed until after my first grey pubes had arrived. Yeah. Which meant that for 20 years, if you wanted to wash up in our house, you had to boil a kettle. Fun. But friends, I'm not just about silver pubes. No, I'm about silver linings. And in this case, I would say, thanks. In this case, I would say that the silver lining is that I genuinely love washing up. I love it because hot running water really feels like a bourgeois luxury still. Yeah, and also, not gonna lie, my enjoyment of warm, wet hands has proved to be quite useful sexually. Yeah, I'm gay. Other things. The light in our bathroom broke due to massive water damage, and our parents, instead of getting it fixed, they encouraged us to shower during daylight, or with a candle to create an old-timey feel. Yeah. If something broke and it wasn't attached to a wall, we would just throw it in the garden, like, fuck it. So, yeah, we were one of those houses that had, like, appliances and furniture and, like, everything but the fucking kitchen sink in the garden. Except, obviously, we also did have a kitchen sink in the garden for 2 whole years. What's the silver lining? Well, I'll tell you. My childhood trauma really prepared me for renting in London, didn't it? Shithole to shithole. Right, so I've been told that sometimes trauma is like more accessible and fun if you do it via song, so I'm just gonna break into a little song about the joys of living in London. 2 secs while I get my tambo. Now, I have ADHD, so I'm not amazing at keeping time, so if you want to clap along, like, please honestly do. So yeah, here goes. If you've never had mice, are you a Londoner? Unless you've had cockroaches twice, are you a Londoner? Unless you've once caught pubic lice, are you a Londoner? If your rent's not a fucking awful price, are you a Londoner? Oh, well, I've been to Slough, so thank God that I'm a Londoner. And yes, my friends from other cities, they look at me with pity. And that one time I got scabies, well, it made me fucking crazy, baby. But I've been to Swindon, so thank God that I'm a Londoner. Are we ready for verse 2? If you've never been mugged, are you a Londoner? Unless you've got bed bugs, are you a Londoner? Unless your landlord treats you like a fucking mug, are you a Londoner? Unless you've seen violence and simply shrugged, are you a Londoner? Oh, well, I've been to the Midlands, so thank God that I'm a Londoner. Thank you. I'm going to finish soon. One sec. That was the song. It's really... Thank you. You know, sometimes comedians lie, but honest to fucking Christ, I've had every single pest in that song. The other pest I forgot to mention, of course, is I have lived with sex pests, or men, as they prefer to be called. But even worse than men, of course, the very worst pests are the itchy ones. So can I ask, do we have any scabies fans in? Yeah? Was that a small woo? Guys. The cool thing, I got scabies last year, nightmare. But it did take me back to this really beautiful time where me and my ex-partner, we caught crabs. Not through any fun sex things. No, we got it by snuggling under her housemate's duvet. Yeah. And the way that you treat both scabies and crabs, it's the same treatment, Lush. You just cover your entire body, head to toe, in a gloopy white cream. Ooh, like every inch of yourselves. So anyway, silver lining. Turns out I'm super into bukkake. Yeah. Who knew? Thank you.
Ruth, everybody, how about you? How about you? Ruth, a drink.